Entire UPI question, UPI has been asked in 2025 and 2026 of UPSC Prelims. That's why it is very, very important to understand. It is developed by whom? NPCI. What is NPCI? National. Most of the times were, our times were basically wasted in this. So all these problems had basically, this problem has been addressed through the introduction of UPI. UPI has all the information of this person and all the information of this person. Previously asked UPSC, digital infrastructure. Okay, this is the achievements of UPI. Okay, this is the UPI has basically what empowered the people economically and financially as well. Hi guys, welcome to Believer Science Academy. As you can see behind me, today we have completed 10 years of UPI adoption, right? UPI in 25 August 2016, UPI was introduced. So we will understand how this UPI has evolved, what is the evolution of it, and what is its significance today. Okay, in this particular video, we'll try to understand, address all of things. Okay, so first moving forward, we'll understand what was the situation before 2016. What was the situation? Now you have to carry more number of cashes, though they were checks and everything. But however, if any limited amount is there, every time you used to carry cash with you. This is what we used to do. Cash we used to carry. Okay, and even after this, many of the people are not aware of this. Financial literacy was very less. Financial literacy was also very less. Now this, through introduction and even say for example, if you want to go and deposit some amount, deposit in bank, even for deposit also you have to wait for so long, and even for ATMs also, in order to withdraw also. Okay, if you see for withdrawal also, we had to waste too much of time. We had to stand in queue, and then we had to, even though there were numerous ATMs, however, we had to wait for some time, and most of the times were, our times were basically wasted in this. So all these problems had basically, this problem has been addressed through the introduction of UPI. Through introduction of UPI, what you can do, you can directly send money in few seconds. Okay, few seconds without taking any, you need only the phone number. If you have only phone number, you don't need anything complex like IFSC code, bank IFSC code, bank account number. If any sensitive information no need to carry. Here you have this phone itself, right? So only by phone number and phone you can basically send money to anyone. Now this is the usefulness of UPI. This has been transformed India's economy in numerous ways. Okay, the way the people will spend their money. Okay, so this has revolutionized in last 10 years. Okay, and now today we are celebrating 10th year of adoption of this UPI. Okay, in this particular. Okay, now this we'll understand how this basically, as I told you, why it is on 21st August 26, it's a 10 years of public operations of UPI. Okay, it is developed by whom? NPCI. What is NPCI? National Payment Corporation of India, which was built in August 2016. This is the organization or the body which has basically built this particular UPI. Okay, it is a backbone of digital public infrastructure. Yes, definitely, it is a backbone of India's, where it ensures seamless and interoperable digital payment. Okay, and currently UPI has been adopted in 11 countries. Currently it has been adopted by 11 countries, these kinds of payments. So this is the one of the usefulness. So this is why UPI today we are discussing, because it has completed 10 years of service. Okay, and after this, how UPI works? UPI, if I say you how UPI works, now this is, we call it as Unified Payment Interface. Unified Payment Interface. Now this is your, let's say there is one person and his bank is bank A. Okay, and another person is there, and this person's bank is bank B. Now they are in bank A and bank B. Okay, they both are in bank A and bank B. However, if you see this, now if he wants to send money to this person, now he had to enter all the details and everything, even any one of the details are misplaced, that money would have been gone to somewhere else. Now, with the introduction of UPI, UPI has all the information of this person and all the information of this person. Now, what UPI does is, whatever the money sent by this person, UPI will make sure that is transferred to this particular bank account itself. That's why we call it as interoperability, which means between different banks as well, different banks and different phone numbers. So this is why UPI is called as interoperability. Okay, so this is why it has done. So this is what basically it does. Okay, so now if you see, it is real-time transfer. Okay, instant. It is real-time transfer. If you transfer now only, now only if you want to transfer anyone, the money is sent immediately, and it's a single app for multiple banks. Okay, so single app, you can, in one app only, you can keep multiple bank accounts. Say for example, you can keep a bank account of SBI also, Punjab National Banks, like Canara Banks, and you can use it whenever whichever account you need. Okay, so this is by single app it is carrying. Now this UPI has been used by different purpose. Okay, different apps has been developed, like Phone Pay. Okay, based on this only, and virtual payment address. You don't need any detailed bank address. You only need a simple phone number is more than enough, and the bank name. Okay, bank name is name and bank name is needed, and you can send through QR code also. QR code, you can send through QR code, and there is two-step authentication, two-factor authentication. This question is previously asked in UPSC. Okay, this UPI, especially this question, and entire UPI question, UPI has been asked in 2025 and 2026 of UPSC Prelims. That's why it is very, very important to understand. Okay, now after this, the interoperability. I told you, all banks with single app only, and end-to-end encryption, which means where the information is encrypted. Okay, so this is the technical use, how it is basically it is being used. Now, if you see some of the evolution of this, it was introduced. Now it is continuously, it has been evolving. Okay, it's not that one thing has been developed and it's been continuously we are using. It has been evolving and it is getting better and better day by day. Okay, it was introduced in 2016. It was launched by, as I told you, NPCI, and Beam app was also introduced from the government. Why Beam app was introduced? Phone Pay and Google Pay and Paytm, which were there earlier, they were charging MDR. What is MDR? Merchant discount rate. So that's why government had introduced Beam app, where it is in order to make sure people use this app very conveniently without paying any charges. Okay. Now in 2017 there was a dynamic payment, QR payments, where merchant can generate their own unique code for every transaction. Now in 2018 there was UPI 2.0, where it mandates invoice in inbox and overdraft account linking as well, and autopay was introduced in 2020. Now if you see how it has been evolving, okay, it has been introducing the new concept, new technologies were being introduced here, where recurring payment and subscription and EMI can be paid automatically. And we also have UPI Lite, okay, for offline payment, and UPI 1, 2, 3 payment for feature phone, and even credit card has been provided. Now credit online on UPI. You can also get credit directly, pre-sanctioned credit directly accessible via UPI interface. Even UPI Circle, okay, UPI Circle is also there. And 2025-26 we have introduced face and fingerprint authentication. Cross-border remittance expansion is a new corridor, where the money can be sent through cross-border also, like remittance, whatever we are getting money from abroad. Okay, if some person is working, he can send money through UPI itself now. Okay, so these are some of the important aspect of this. Now it has completed 10 years. Okay, 10 years of UPI has completed. Now here what is happening in financial year 2026, almost transaction of 24,162 crore transaction has been happening, and the 49% of real-time transaction which is happening across the globe, 49% are of UPI itself. Okay, that is how much it has been evolved, and it is connected. 11 countries are connected through UPI itself. So this is the evolution, the digital evolution of UPI. This is one of the role why people have been increase in digital payments and increase in financial literacy also. Okay, so if you see this growth stories, so in 2017-18 it was like 1.7 crores 1.7 crores, it has continuously increasing. This amount has been continuously increasing, and it is now 24,002 lakh, sorry, 2,000 crore. The valuation growth has increased 30. The volume has increased how much? 13,000 times. 13,000 times it has increased, and value growth has increased by 4,000x. Okay, if you see this, these are some of the astonishing data. You can see how it has been adopted worldwide. Okay, now economic significance, one is financial inclusion. Now, if someone has to have this particular bank, if someone want to use UPI, so of course they need to have this bank account. So this will lead to what? Financial inclusion of people. Okay, extending bankable access to millions, empowering small merchants, street vendors, and rural entrepreneurs. Next is formalization of economy. Now, every digital transaction creates what? Auditable records, enabling easier access for formal credit. They can also get formal credit. Formalization of economy. Better governance wise, JIM. What do you mean by JAM Trinity? Jandan, Aadhaar, and mobile, where you can, through interconnection of this, you can provide direct benefit without any leakage and much more faster and efficient way. Okay, this is also one of the uses of this. And faster economic velocity, where instant flow of money or instant settlement improves cash flow in the MSME, like instant money you are getting. And one is global DPI success story, where UPI is now been global UPI success story is basically what? UPI is now been stated by World Bank and G20 as a replicable model for digital public infrastructure. Okay, this has been appreciated by World Bank and IMF as well as a digital replicable model for what? Digital infrastructure. Okay, this is the achievements of UPI. Okay, this is the UPI has basically what? Empowered the people economically and financially as well. Okay, now digital diplomacy, as I told you, it has been adopted in 11 countries. This was also one of your PYQ question. Okay, I think in 2025 prelims question, they had asked about which of the following countries has been adopted this. Okay, this is also one of the PYQ question. And global recognition, as I told you, IMF has recognized this particular initiative, this of UPI, and as I told you earlier, 49% of global real-time payment has been because of this. It is done by UPI itself. Okay, so these are some of the things. Now moving forward, there are some challenges to this. The first and foremost is cyber fraud, because people are, still people are getting, not 100%, they are not financially literate. Now, even the well educated also is coming under this cyber attacks. Not only the people who are less financially literate, even the literate persons are coming into this kind of cyber attacks. Okay, and other thing is market concentration. 2 to 3 large companies, say for example PhonePe or even your Paytm, Google Pay. Now they have concentrated or dominated the entire transaction volume. Now, if they are dominated, any failure of these fintech companies would be systematic risk also. Okay, so this is also there in infrastructure pressure. Okay, and digital divide, as I told you, still they are not 100%ly adopted or 100% financially literate to use this. And MDR sustainability, as I told you, MDR policy, now recently government had introduced that legally it can introduce MDR for UPI payment. However, government has said that it is not planning to introduce anything. So this is what it some of the risk involved, and one is cyber security should be strengthened, and cross border expand, at least we have to further expand this for some more countries, and universal merchandise coverage also, and deeper financial inclusion has to be done. Okay, so UPI has really been a transforming, especially for India, because since many of the reasons I told you initially of the classes as well, so this has addressed many of the problems, and I hope in this video we have understood how it is evolution, what is its technological part and everything, and I hope this was very informative for you. Thank you so much.